to make headlines, and it has made headlines. Recently, a woman approached several American journalists saying that she had been offered money to make up sexual misconduct claims against Special Counsel Robert Mueller. The Special Counsel's office has referred the matter to the FBI for investigation. Ed Krassenstein is the co-founder of and editor of HillReporter.com. He was one of the journalists who received the whistleblowing email. We reached Mr. Krassenstein in Fort Myers, Florida.
And there is a lot of unraveling to do here, but start with this email you received from a woman, well, we think someone who exists, named Lorraine.
Yeah, so October 18th, I believe, was a date. Lorraine Parsons, she said her maiden name was Weaver, contacted me as well as several other journalists. She claimed that Jack Burkman, who is a conservative radio host and lobbyist, was working with another man named Bill Christensen, who had offered her to pay off her debt and additionally give her $20,000 in order to allege sexual misconduct against Special Counsel Robert Mueller.
And she says that this email, that the person who contacted her, actually knew the exact amount of her credit card debt.
Yeah, that's what she claimed, and she provided some more details, including a phone number and a text message that she allegedly received from Bill Christensen. So my brother Brian Krassenstein reached out to the phone number. They didn't answer the phone. He left a voicemail. Then they texted back a few minutes later with really a veiled threat. It said, "Brian, I would drop this if I were you." And then about 30 minutes later, he got a phone call with further threats, and they identified themselves as Mike Wilcox of Surefire Intelligence.
Okay. So it's getting really dark here. I mean, you're starting to think that there's this underworld that's coming after you. But you didn't solicit this email. This woman sent this. You were following up on apparently her leads. What did you find out about Lorraine Parsons?
Not too much, really. It just doesn't seem like she actually exists, and it's a whole bizarre twist of the story. I did a background check on her after she refused to meet me in person. She claims she lived in Fort Myers, Florida. I live here, and our business is here. After I did a background check, it came back that she doesn't exist in this area. She refused to talk on the phone as well.
The connection with Special Counsel Mueller was that she said that she had worked briefly in his office. He was always very polite to her. She didn't know much more about him than that. And she was offered this money to smear him with these sexual allegations. What did you find out about her connection to Robert Mueller?
Well, I looked into her employment at the Pillsbury law firm. I contacted the law firm personally and asked if they have any record of Lorraine Parsons working for them in their history, or Lorraine Weaver, because she claimed that to be her maiden name. And they came back to me and they said they have no record of either name.
Do you think that Lorraine Parsons exists?
I think somebody is acting like they're Lorraine Parsons. I don't think she's a real person.
Okay, so then the connection was to something called Surefire Intelligence. So who or what is Surefire Intelligence?
We did some more investigating once we found out the name Surefire Intelligence. We researched their website, their LinkedIn page, their social media accounts, and we began finding links to a man named Jacob Wohl. Jacob Wohl is a Twitter troll, I guess you could call him. He's a conspiracy theorist, a right-wing conspiracy theorist, who has a lot of controversial posts on Twitter. The DNS, the name servers on the domain name, the website name, which is basically the address to the website and the details that link it to a server, linked to Jacob Wohl's email address. So the next step was I contacted Jack Burkman. I gave him a call, and I asked him what his connections were to Surefire Intelligence. And he told me that Surefire Intelligence was run by Jacob Wohl and that they have done business with them. He didn't go into details, but he later sent me an invoice that he claimed to be from Surefire Intelligence.
The official phone number for Surefire is actually the voicemail of Jacob Wohl's mother.
Yeah, I didn't find that out. That was actually NBC who figured that out. There's also something else that I figured out was that the website Surefire Intelligence had a username on it for a Google storage account in the source code, which also linked to multiple Jacob Wohl websites.
Now, okay, but another woman has come forward and said that she has been offered money to say things about the special counsel. What's that story?
That was a story done by Natasha Bertrand of The Atlantic. She alleged that Jack Burkman also contacted her and asked her to allege sexual assault. She doesn't have any connection to Robert Mueller, so that's another strange, bizarre twist in the story. Because why would you target a woman to ask her to claim sexual assault against somebody who she's not even affiliated with?
But she exists, though. She's been actually confirmed as a real person.
She's a professor. Yep.
What do you think's going on here?
You know, your guess is as good as mine. I think we'll find out more information on Thursday when Burkman's supposed to announce some sort of allegations against Mueller. I think it was an attempt to discredit the media, perhaps maybe even to discredit the media using the Me Too movement, sort of discredit allegations of women. You know, that's just a guess, and I really don't have answers.
But it hasn't, at some level, these shady characters, whatever they're up to, they've actually maybe succeeded at what they're trying to do, because Mueller's office is denying these allegations that hit the mainstream media. We're talking about it. Everyone's writing about it. It's a huge distraction. Maybe this is the show.
You could be absolutely correct. I think we'll find out in the days to come. I want to find out who's behind this alleged hoax. Burkman and Wohl are claiming that Robert Mueller's behind the hoax, and that just seems completely ridiculous to me.
But you said alleged hoax.
Well, I mean, I don't want to write anything off completely until more facts come out.
Well, then isn't that exactly what they want you to do?
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what they want.
Ed, we'll leave it there. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Ed Krassenstein is a co-founder and editor of HillReporter.com. We reached him in Fort Myers, Florida.